What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? The Gregory from the Wandering Wind here, coming to you live once again through the power of the internet. And first of all, I just want to thank Boogie2988 for being such an awesome role model. I am actually one night away from starting my proceedings for bariatric surgery. Tomorrow I go in to see my doctor, and I'm going to bring up the issue of really focusing on bariatric surgery and meeting the requirements for it. I have been obese for years, and this will definitely help me finally manage my weight by giving me an extra leg up. I know it's still going to be all me because the surgery doesn't save you from gaining the weight back, but this will be an effective tool to make the early days that much easier. Now, I want to talk a bit about what I want to talk a bit about what I'm planning on doing with this bariatric surgery, because obviously for everyone it's different. For everyone there are different ways that you will go about preparing for the surgery. And to be honest with me, it's very simple. I want to get involved with a dietitian, get involved with a support group, get involved with people that will help me manage and maintain healthier lifestyle choices up until the date of surgery. Then I want to do my best to find a way to make to internalize all the habits that I'm going to be learning. And I want to get to a place to where even without the surgery I'm going to lose something, but with the surgery I will be able to lose everything that I don't really need on my body, which, to be honest, I could go probably down to about 180, 175 and still feel great. I know probably a bit too much lower than that, and I'll probably end up sick on the other end of the spectrum, but right now I'm sick at this end of the spectrum, and I'm tired of it. I'm sick, and I'm tired of it. How's that for a misnomer? So I'm going to be joining a support group. I'm going to be attending regular meetings with my doctor, regular meetings with my dietitian down in Columbus at OSU Hospital. Probably going to have to go through all kinds of testing, psychological testing, to make sure that I don't have any psych issues that are going to conflict with my surgery and keep me from meeting the goals that I need to meet. And just overall, I'm going to be working my ass off. It's not an easy route. Now, as far as the surgery that I hope to have the gastric sleeve done, just because out of the 3 surgeries that are available, the gastric sleeve, the lap band, and the gastric bypass, the gastric sleeve is both the least expensive and therefore the most likely that my insurance would actually cover if I end up qualifying, and also the least has the least amount of impact on my future health as far as absorbing the proper nutrients and stuff. Yes, because of that, it also has the potential to absorb way more fat than the gastric bypass or the gastric or the lap band would. But at the same time, you have a smaller stomach, you have diminished capacity of being able to eat lots of amounts of food at once, and you still have the ability to not dump if you decide to, which dumping is basically with the Roux-en-Y, with the gastric bypass. They get rid of the part of your stomach that actually keeps food from being flushed into the GI tract before it's all digested. And so with the Roux-en-Y, it gets rid of that. So if you drink right after eating a meal, however small it is, you're going to end up raising your blood sugar like 10 times as high as it probably should be, and you're going to feel like crap. So with the sleep, it's going to be a lot better. I'm also planning on hopefully in the months leading up to surgery, increasing my stamina, increasing my physical ability and my physical limitations to the point to where after surgery, I might have to go a week without moving much, and then after that I'll be able to go back to hopefully full mobility and full health for the first time in my life. I mean, and really non-scale goals are probably going to be my focus for the foreseeable future right now leading up, and non-scale goals will end up being my focus after surgery after a time too, because just that's the way it's meant to be, that's the way it should be, and that's the way I want it to be. First step to doing this, first step to managing my weight properly, I'm going to try and start regulating when I eat. Here lately I've been getting up at around very close to noon, going downstairs, grabbing what I would consider breakfast, but it's actually lunch. And then about 2.5 hours later, I'm eating lunch when it's actually more like an afternoon snack. But because I consider it lunch, I'm actually eating a full meal-sized portion, which is, for me, actually 2 people's probably allotments for even a normal meal. And then for dinner, I'm eating very little at the regular dinner time, which is around 5, 6 o'clock. But then I go downstairs at around 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock and eat. And then I go back upstairs and yeah, it's all kinds of bad. I really wish I didn't do this, but I'm going to try and focus on at least regulating when I eat, and then focusing on how much and what I eat. And then after that, I'm going to do my damnedest to get to a healthy size, a healthy state of mind, a healthy state of body, and then working on going from there. I hope for 2018 to be the year that I can finally say I'm healthy again, I'm going to stay healthy, and I'm never going back. You know, what's funny is about 2012, 2013, I think I was healthier than I am now. We were taking like daily trips into town, walking, because we didn't have a car at the time, and so, or at least every other day trips, and I was so much healthier. I could walk long distances without getting winded, or even without really feeling like I needed to take a break. I was a lot more healthy. I was a lot lighter. I didn't have as many health issues. My heart wasn't giving me issues every other day. These days, at least once every 2 days, I have chest pain, which I know for a fact is either some sort of a muscle cramp in my chest, or it's my cardiac issues saying, hello, you need to get healthy or you're going to die. And you know what? Either way, I need to get healthy anyway, because I don't want to be 45, 50 years old and be in a wheelchair, unable to do anything, because I never focused on losing weight. I never focused on getting healthy. I never cared. I don't want to be that way. I don't want to be the guy that ends up being 500 pounds and on TLC. My 500 pound, I don't want to be there. And the thing is, If I'm still over 300 pounds, I'm only 200 pounds away. I'm only 200 pounds away, and I swore to myself I would never get to this weight. And here I am. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is why I'm trying my hardest to get my life under control before I let it control me. Because, okay, I've lived in this body for 26 years. And for 26 years, I haven't been able to do much of anything with myself. Sure, I've taken a couple of trips to places that I've enjoyed. I've had a couple of experiences where I've actually had lots of memorable fun. I mean, granted, I have a lot of fun every single week. I spend Mondays with my pastor, and he's awesome. But I want to be more than I am. I want to do more than I'm doing. I want to be the kind of guy that one day will be a great father, will be a great husband, will look back on my life and say, wow, look what I did. And right now, I can't say that. Right now, I can't do that. Right now, I'm stuck in a ditch. So you know what? Tonight, I'm slapping myself in the face. I'm giving myself a good hard look, and I'm telling myself, look, you are worth more than this. Yes, you're kind of a disappointment to yourself. Granted. Yes, you are pretty much a beached whale in human skin. But you know what else you are? You're intelligent. You have a great heart. Well, emotionally, not really physically anymore, but you have a wonderful, wonderful gift for talking with people and connecting with people. And you know what? You are a lot more than even just that. And you are wasting what you have by not allowing yourself to get healthy enough to go out and show people. So you know what you need to do, Gregory? You need to do two things. One, you need to get this under control. You need to get your head straight. Your head hasn't been straight for years. You constantly look at yourself and see a mess. You don't see a person. You see the weight. You see the deformity. You see the issues. You don't see you. I know that because I'm you. And the other thing that you need to get right is this. You need to not eat as much. You need to eat the proper things. And yes, I know, eat less, move more is not helpful advice, but listen to yourself for once about the good stuff. Don't listen to yourself about the negative crap anymore. What happened in the past is in the past. You don't need to be that person anymore. Listen to me. You're better than this. You're greater than this. You have the potential to be somebody. But right now, you don't have the potential to be anyone. Not at your size, not at your health. Do something about it before it's too late. Do something about it until you have before you have no time left. Because if you end your life without really having lived, was it really a life at all? Was it really something to be proud of, or happy about, or excited about? I don't think so. So, do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Chin up. One step at a time. change. One step. That's all it takes to start this journey. Just one. It doesn't have to be a huge one, just one. For me. For yourself. I hope this got through to you, finally. I know the last video didn't because you haven't watched it. You haven't listened to it. You haven't really paid attention to it. You've just seen the numbers and you're like, ooh, more views. Yeah, I understand. You're worried about your future income, but you need to worry about your present health. And to be honest, you don't need to be worrying about money. You know why? Because it's not guaranteed. You may never make a living off of this. But you never will unless you start taking care of yourself so that you can take better care of your viewers. You're not going to be somebody that they can look up to if you stay where you're at. If you stay where you're at, you know what you're doing? You're continuing a problem, and you're just making yourself disappointed. I hope this gets through to you finally, and I hope you listen. I hope you choose to make a change because it's not too late yet. You still have time. Time that you may not have if you don't start now. I can already feel the clock starting to tick on my life on our life because we're so unhealthy. Please, don't make the same mistake that I've been for years. Don't make the same mistake that you've been making for 26 years. Putting it off. Putting it off. Tomorrow I'll do it. Tomorrow. 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 You know what? Tomorrow never comes because as soon as tomorrow gets here, it's today. Okay? Do it today. Don't do it yesterday because yesterday's over. Don't do it tomorrow because that day never comes because, as we all know, as soon as tomorrow gets here, we do call it today, and so tomorrow technically never happens. So don't waste time. It's too late now even for you to start thinking that you have more time. Please. Please. Believe in yourself for once. If not for yourself, for the people that care about you, for the people that love you, for the people that tell you just how much they mean to you. Remember Greg Culp last night when he said that you were an inspiration to the whole church, that your happiness lights up the entire building, and that sometimes you yourself become the embodiment of the Holy Spirit in that place with your joy. Don't lose that, and don't allow that to be lost by not caring about how you live. Change today, because if you don't change, you're never going to. Thank you for listening for once, if you watched this. And if you didn't, please at least take the words that you've already said to heart and try. Try, okay? Try. Thank you.